All right, let's talk about this real quick. Mercedes Moné is a belt collector. She has 6 titles currently, including the CMLL Women's Championship. Big runs for her. Is she elevating women's wrestling, or is it just recycled storytelling? Of course, the man who put this topic together is not here, so Chaz, Twitch, we're gonna have to figure this out. We have to put this together. So, how you feeling about this?
It's just awkward at this point. Like, how often does she defend these titles?
I feel like she travels a bit.
Yeah. I don't
Yeah,
I don't follow her as much anymore as I did when she was with the E. It's hard to keep up with where she's gonna be and what she's gonna do, but apparently it's a title match every time and apparently she's gonna win every time. I don't understand it, but I mean I if it works, it works. And apparently she's making it work. So I don't have any quarrels with it. I would I would hate to see those titles become obsolete because she's not defending them. But like I said, I don't know how often she does.
hmm
If she's defending them all the time, then by all means go ahead because I know, like you said, she travels a lot. So that's that's really all I got for this one. I don't if she's defending them, more power to her. If she's
yeah.
just belt collecting for a showcase, then kind of shame on you, but at the same time, that falls on the promoter because they're putting them on her.
I I'm kind of different about this, man. I like it. I like it because it reminds me of Ultimo Dragon. Like Ultimo Dragon at one time, would he have like 13 titles that he was
Uh,
like?
I think it was closer to 14 or 15.
Yeah, I mean, my man was coming up with like, remember he had the hands and like all titles were like draping on his
Dripping
hands.
gold.
Yeah, my man was dripping in all the gold. He had so many belts that he had like girls coming out with him, also
Hmm.
holding titles. Like I like that aspect of it. I don't mind it. I and again it goes back to like if she's defending all of them. She did drop the New Japan Pro
I did
Wrestling.
see that one.
Um, she did drop that title, and then of course she was at House of Glory. She made her debut at House of Glory. She wrestled against Indy. She didn't win, so like there's another. So it's not like she's losing these titles and like gaining another one, but she is like putting over certain titles. CMLL just put a trust on her, that she's going to be in Mexico defending. AEW, she still has the TNT or the TBS, and
Yeah.
then she's going to be moving. She's actually going against Tony Storm. And I guess originally there was a plan for her to lose to Athena, allegedly. I'm gonna put this out there, right? She was gonna lose to Athena for the Owen Hart Championship, but because Mariah May didn't sign and it went to WWE, they had to change the game plan, so they
Yeah.
had Athena lose, and then she goes on to face Tony Storm. So it is kind of cool. I like it a lot. I'm not gonna front. I mean,
I'm,
as long as she's out there defending them, I don't know how often she's at Rev Pro, but I know she still has the women's championship. There's some other titles in there, and the real the 6 titles, like the Owen Hart title, really does it really count as a title?
no, I see. I don't count that as a real title. Like
Yeah,
that's like saying, okay, you count the greatest Royal Rumble title as a title.
I
Like,
think people still talk about that as if it was a real title.
well, then Braun Strowman is on one hell of a run.
Yeah, my man is undefeated. Yo,
Roman,
I,
you might want to start questioning your reign
I
because,
know. Adam is definitely holding down the fort when it comes to like longest running championship as far
bro,
as
I and I agree with what you said. It's not a bad thing. She is a popular talent that everybody wants to be a part of her roster. Everybody wants to see her with some sort of gold around her waist. I'm sure she's negotiated that in her contract somewhere. I, I I don't hate it. I don't like it, but it's like we both have said. If she's defending them, by all means, put more on her.
yeah.
But like Keith said in the comments, Ultimo Dragon did it better.
Well, okay, I'm gonna pull that comment up real quick. And you're right, like Ultimo Dragon, right? But it goes back to Ultimo Dragon, like a lot of those titles that he had won was basically in Japan, and then also he had won a few of them like in Mexico. So like he was traveling between those two regions, and then I think he did end up winning like the WCW Cruiserweight title for like a little bit, but like he
Yeah,
was
like the
like,
TV title or some shit.
yeah, like he won. He'd won a couple titles, but it's like when you go back to looking at someone like Mercedes Moné, like she's got a lot of eyes on the product, right? A lot of eyes looking at different belts, trying to figure out what titles that she's holding, researching those companies. So if she can shed some new light on those titles, or I know there's a lot of fans out there who know every single title that she's holding and like know the lineage of it, but for the casual fan that may not know, that's not adapted to that indie scene.
I don't know about you, but I don't know much about CMLL at all. Like,
I don't. Other than the fact that they were the rival to AAA before they got bought by
yeah,
WWE. That's kind of all I know. Like, you know, and then when I look at it, I'm just kind of like, all right, because was it Stephanie Vacker that held the
Stephanie
CMLL title
McMahon,
before
yeah,
she left?
yep,
And
I
then
believe
what I mean?
so.
So it just I don't know, it goes back and forth, and that's what I'm saying. Like there's even a question in that do we really know who had that title? Like was it really that? So I think for me what it is I'm very happy that she's holding it down. I get it. Like a lot of people are like, listen, she's not this, she's not that. I don't care. I just like the fact that we're seeing Mercedes out here holding it. She's the blueprint. She talks about it. She's the blueprint, the CEO, she's the person in charge, you know what I mean? Like and she's doing a thing and like everybody has to pay attention to her. So she doesn't lose very often right now, and I kind of like that aspect of it. But when she does, you pay attention. Like I said, like a lot of people aren't gonna know that she was at House of Glory and that she put over Indy Hartwell, but she
I
did.
didn't know it.
Yeah. So I thought that was cool. Like I was like, all right. So she's not holding down every single title, but she's also not winning every single title. You know what I mean?
You're you said it correctly. If she can bring more eyes to a promotion, that that right there is all I would personally care about. Like, because that, granted, you're holding whatever we said, 5, 6 titles now, something like that.
Yeah.
You're helping everybody by bringing eyes to that promotion.
Yep.
I'm
100%. So I don't know. I mean, I get it. I think if you're going to compare it to somebody, if you're trying to compare it, because I feel like when that'd be funny when Chaz put this together, when he put it together, I think he was thinking of the Kenny Omega, like his belt run, where it was like AAA plus TNA Impact, and then obviously the AEW Championship. But I don't see it that way. I
uh,
don't see it that way.
no, no.
I feel like this is kind of a different thing. It's its own thing, and she's doing it, and I don't see aside from Viva Van, right? I don't see another female who is holding down a ton of titles. I talked about it with her on the podcast. If you guys didn't go check out that episode, I did refer to her as uh, the person holding more titles than your favorite wrestler, which at that time was Kenny Omega, was like holding 4 titles, and she had like 6 or 7. So I like it. I'm here for it. I want to give a lot of love to Mercedes as well as Viva, right? Because she did great things. She's doing great things still. I just know like yeah, I don't see this as recycled. I think this is its own thing, and I'm here for it, and I just want to see what happens. With All In, it's gonna be crazy. Any last thoughts?
No, man. I pretty much said my piece on that one.
Bad. All right. Well, we're gonna get into the second part, and I've already put up the comment. Shout outs to What's up? It is your friendly neighborhood Red Dog, and thank you for checking out this episode of the 3 Count Podcast. Whether that was Chaz friends, Red Dog friends, Damian friends, the film styles, now into the ring, now entering 201, or now returning to the ring, all those good episodes. You should really be liking, commenting, and even sharing this with your friends, family, whoever it may be. But what you all should be doing is checking us out on all of our social media platforms at 3 Count Pod. Whether that's on IG, Twitch, you can check us out on Threads, whatever it may be. And if you go check us out on X, it is 3count_pod. Check us out on YouTube, as well as Facebook, on Rumble, on Apple Music, on Spotify. All those fun things. Tell your mom about us, your dad about us, your aunties, your uncles, your brothers, your sisters, your cousins, and your best friends and your enemies, because we love haters too. Do all that stuff. And then, last but not least, buy our merch on foryourwear.com or prowrestlingtees.com. Kawaii.